Alright, today we're going to be talking about the drop shot. When to use it, how to use it, how to even rig it up. So, stay tuned. When to use the drop shot. In all honesty, the drop shot can be used at all times of the year. You can use it summer, fall, winter, and spring. The main time people use drop shots is deep water, when the fish are pulled close together and they're not wanting to bite anything. Real tough days is when people resort to the drop shot. But it can also be fished a ton of different ways. It can be fished sort of in a power way, cast out over top of like a ledge or something and swim it back to you, and that weight on the bottom will keep it in contact with the bottom. It'll keep it suspended. This is really good for catching suspended fish, which are sometimes really hard to get to bite. Another thing to look about is color. The color of this KVD Dream Shot, which is my favorite bait, by the way, is kind of a bluegill color. It's got kind of a green on top with blue flake and a little bit of a silver on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I like it. It represents a bluegill pretty well. A shad if you're in darker color water. They also have like a pearl white color and just a ton of different colors. The same rules for soft plastics apply to drop shots in color. Shoot. There's color. Next thing we're going to talk about is hook set with the drop shot. This is something that a lot of people struggle with, including me. Because on those tough days, you're not expecting a bite. And when they do bite, it kind of scares you. So you want to just lay it home, get that big old long stretch in there. Don't do that. You'll rip it right out of the fish's mouth. Basically, all you got to do is just reel into them and pick up. I mean, it's not a hard hook set. You're going to be using really sharp, small hooks. You don't have to slam it home. You don't have a weed guard to go through, anything. Keep your hook set soft with the drop shot, and you won't miss as many fish. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is what you need to rig up your drop shot. Obviously, you're going to want to use this on light line, and I'll put up a picture here in 3, 2, 1. Now, you'll need your drop shot bait. I talked about it earlier, but I like KVD Dream Shots. This is the bigger size in the kind of a bluegill looking color. I don't really know what color it is. You'll need a small octopus hook. I like the red octopus hook. I'm a big believer in the bleeding bait. Catches fish theory. And you'll also need some sort of weight. Now the weight, you don't have to be fancy about it. It's just going to be bouncing around on the bottom. You could use a big split shot, a slip weight, anything. But of course the fancier versions are actually called drop shot weights. They have a little hoop that you slide your line into. You don't even have to tie it. But yeah, that's what you need to use. And I'll show you how to rig it up here in just 1 second. Alright, so to tie on the drop shot, grab the end of your line, small line, 6 to 8 pound test, somewhere in there, fluorocarbon. You strip somewhere between 16 inches to 2 feet of line. So, strip off your line, you hold your finger right there on that point. You grab your end of the line, you grab your little octopus hook, you put your line through the eyelet, and then you pull it back through to where your finger is. And then you just go ahead and tie a normal knot, whatever knot you like to use. There's a ton of them out there, and a lot of different fishermen swear upon a lot of different knots. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, because tying knots in front of a camera is really hard to do. You got your hook, tied on everything. If you look at this though, your tag end is this side, right over here, side I'm moving. Your hook's sideways. You do not want that. That'll cause decreased hookup rates. It'll screw a whole bunch of stuff up. So, you take your tag end right there, you stick it through the eyelet of the hook, the very top, this side of the eyelet. You pull that baby back through, keep pulling her through, pull it tight. You see that knot jump up to the top, like that? Now, when I hold my tag end, your hook is facing up. And that will increase your hookup rates, cause all kinds of good things to happen. Alright. As for the weight, if you're using split shot, just pinch it on the back, right there on the tag. If you're using a regular old slide weight, back home we call them catfish weights, put it on there and tie her on the back, clip the end of it. But if you're using a drop shot weight, one that's specifically designed for drop shots, they have a really nice opening right there that leads into a point. It's actually a pinch point for your line, so you don't have to tie it. So with these, all you do, take your tag end, that baby right there, stick it through that hole, and then you pull it into that notch. You see how it is right now? How it's just kind of resting there? I'm going to go ahead and pull it through off camera. Alright, we're back. Now, see how this is pulled through and it's up in that pinch point up there? You can yank on this thing and it's not coming loose. These are really, really handy. And then all you do from there, if you have a little bit of a tag, is you take your handy dandy razor blade knife and you snip the tag end. And then you will have the rig mostly set up. Okay, so as for actually putting the bait on the hook. Now, a lot of guys like to just nose hook it, which I don't really think that works very well. I mean, it works in the fact of it'll catch fish, but it'll tear up your baits, it'll cause all kinds of havoc with losing baits after a fish catch, be losing money and whatnot. So what I like to do is basically just thread it on. So you put the tip of the hook into the tip of your bait just a little bit, and you poke it out of the top like that. You slide this back on there up to the eyelet, and there you go. Now I've fished with both ways of hooked, and I cannot tell a difference in the action of the bait, which is the real debate in nose hooking versus threading it on like this, and I simply cannot tell a difference. So with doing this, you're going to save money and a lot of frustration with running out of baits on your boat or on the shore or on docks, whatever. And then there you go. You have your drop shot rig. So there's your bait, slide out, and there's your weight on the tag end. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you wanna. You don't have to. Just keep watching.